If you struggle with being confident in your interviews because you're afraid of coming across as arrogant or cocky or bragging, then you are going to change your perspective in today's video, because I'm going to share with you exactly how you can show up to your interviews gracefully confident. This way you can be yourself, you can be confident, and you can get hired. Welcome back to my channel where I teach high achievers how to land new jobs they love at companies they love. Okay, so let's get into the simple steps you can take to be more confident and authentically you in your interviews. Number one, stop rehearsing your interview responses. Yes, I said it. Yes, and I meant it. I know you're probably like, what is she talking about? But I want you to know that if you are just rehearsing your responses for 4 hours before your interviews, that is not the best use of your time. And of course, I'm gonna tell you why. If you spend all of your time rehearsing and memorizing exactly what you wanna say in your interviews, and then you hop on a phone call, or you hop on a Zoom call, or you go into an interview in person, and the interviewer does not ask you the questions in the way that you thought they were gonna ask you, then you're going to be thrown off your game, and it's going to impact your confidence. Or if you memorize specific examples to go along with specific questions, and they don't ask you those questions, then you'll fail to share those examples that would further prove to them that you are the one they should hire. And another reason why you don't want to just memorize your interview responses is because if you memorize your interview responses and then you say it wrong, you say it how you didn't plan to say it, then you're gonna be thrown off because you're gonna be thinking that you said the wrong thing, even though the hiring manager and the interviewer had no idea how you plan to say your response to the question. Instead of spending your time rehearsing and memorizing your interview responses to the T, you want to do 3 things instead. You want to get crystal clear on the top needs of the position. So what are the things that they keep saying that they need in the job description? Or what have they said maybe in previous interviews that will let you know these are the top things that they want you to be able to do in the job? Then you want to get clear on the specific reasons you know you're qualified for the position. So get clear on the things that you know you bring to the table. And then the next thing is that you want to get clear on the specific examples that you can use to back up the reasons why you know you're qualified for the job. I recommend having 3 to 5 examples in your back pocket so that you can throw them into any response whenever you're asked any question. Know the role, know thyself, and know your value like the back of your hand. When you do this, you're able to be more confident in a natural and authentic way, and I talk about this so much more in this video over here. Next, you want to focus on being a problem solver. When you're so focused on not coming across as arrogant or not bragging, you are actually making the interview about you. Spoiler alert, the interview is actually not about you. The interview is about the role, the company, and their need. It's so much easier to switch your perspective so that you can show up so much more confident when you're explaining why you're the best person for the job. Think about it like this. If your kitchen sink was broken and you needed to hire someone to fix it right away, who would you hire? Would you hire the person who's timid and who seems unsure, who doesn't really have any examples or doesn't really know what the real problem is? Or would you hire the person who's confident and who seems like they do this on a regular day-to-day basis, who feels like they can solve it in no time, and who makes you feel good about what they're actually being hired to do? Of course, you will go with the second person because you need your sink fixed as soon as possible and you don't have time to waste, right? And so that is the same way you want to think about your job interviews. Problem solvers get job offers. It's really that simple. And so when you focus less on being arrogant or thinking that they're gonna think you're arrogant, and more on showing up as a confident person to help them see that they don't have to worry about the problem that they're hiring you for, then you're able to really be confident and it's able to come across authentic because you generally know that you can help them solve their problem. Another way to come across as more confident is to pretend that they already want to hire you. If you knew that they were already interested in hiring you, but they wanted to have a conversation just to make sure that you're the right fit that they think you are, how would you go about that conversation? You wouldn't be timid, you wouldn't be shy, you would be clear. You'd probably even reiterate some of the things that you already said to remind them about what you bring to the table. You may even give them examples to further help them see that you're the right person to solve their challenges, and it wouldn't feel like a big deal. It wouldn't feel arrogant, it wouldn't feel nerve-wracking because you already know that they're already interested in you. If that is gonna help you show up to your interviews more confident, then do it. Pretend that they are already interested in hiring you. And it's really about just visualizing yourself in the position. Visualize the interview going well. Visualize them being excited about what you're gonna share with them. Visualize them leaving the interview feeling like, wow, I'm so excited that I found this person. When you really start to visualize success before you experience it, then you'll be better positioned to show up as the person who will achieve the success that you are seeking. So before you go into your interview, believe in your value and your worth, and then envision them being excited about the things that you're sharing with them. Next, you want to dress the part. Whether it's a Zoom interview or a phone interview or a in-person interview, you want to feel good, and the best way to feel good is to look good. And that does not mean wear a nice top and some underwear. It means actually dress up the way that you want to feel so that you feel empowered. You feel like the boss woman or the boss man that you are when you're in those interviews. And if you want even more tips on how to impress hiring managers and get hired, and if you want to know how I help my clients take their job search to the next level so that they can land new jobs they love, then you're definitely going to want to grab my free guide where I walk you through my 5 proven steps to take you from 0 interviews to dream job offers. And this guide has already been downloaded over 5,000 times, and so you are going to be in good hands. Go ahead and grab it now. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and like, subscribe, and leave a comment. It really does help my channel reach so many more amazing people just like you who are wanting to land new jobs that they will also love. And in the meantime, if you want more advice on how to navigate your interviews and stand out in your job search, then go ahead and watch my other videos that will show you how to do just that.